Learning English with the Bible? Sounds crazy, right? Maybe even a little outdated. Most people think mastering English is all about textbooks, grammar rules, and endless vocabulary lists. And sure, those things help. But what if I told you there's a deeper, more powerful secret to not just improving your spoken English, but transforming your entire way of thinking? A secret hidden in plain sight in one of the oldest, wisest books ever written? If you keep making the same mistakes with words, feeling tongue-tied, or struggling to express your true self, maybe you're ignoring the right word. Maybe you're missing the profound wisdom that can literally reshape how you communicate. In just a few minutes, you're not just going to learn English. You're going to be transformed inside. Get ready for a revelation that will change your conversations, your confidence, and your life. Have you ever caught yourself saying something you later regretted? Perhaps a harsh word or a careless comment that spiraled out of control. We've all been there. It's like our words have a mind of their own, flying out before we can reel them in. But what if I told you that your words, whether spoken in English or your native tongue, hold immense power? The power to build up, to destroy, to heal, or to wound. Proverbs 18:21 reminds us, death and life are in the power of the tongue. Think about it. Every conversation, every email, every presentation is an opportunity to either speak life into a situation or, unfortunately, to inadvertently speak death. Why ignoring this lesson is making you miss out on opportunities? Because clear, compassionate, and intentional communication is the bedrock of all successful relationships and ventures, personal or professional. When your words are muddy, your intentions get lost, and opportunities slip through your fingers like sand. This is the moment to change the way you speak, think, and believe. Imagine you're in an important meeting, and instead of fumbling for words or letting frustration dictate your tone, you speak with clarity, confidence, and conviction. That's the transformation we're talking about. It's not just about grammar. It's about the spirit behind your words. Consider a bridge builder. Do they just throw random materials together? No, they meticulously select each piece, ensuring it serves a purpose, because lives depend on it. Your words are the materials of your bridges to other people. How this story can change the way you speak English forever. By understanding that every syllable carries weight, you become more deliberate, more mindful. This intentionality spills over into your English learning, helping you choose vocabulary that truly expresses your heart and articulate ideas that genuinely resonate. It's about cultivating a language of life, not just for others, but for your own inner dialogue too. Ever blurted something out in a fit of emotion, only to replay it later and cringe? We've all been there. It's like our mouth has a direct, unfiltered connection to our impulses, bypassing our brain entirely. In today's fast-paced world where instant replies and snap judgments are the norm, this tendency can wreak havoc on our relationships, our professional standing, and even our mental peace. Proverbs 29:20 warns us, "Do you see a man who is hasty in his words? There is more hope for a fool than for him." That's a strong statement, isn't it? It suggests that a lack of thoughtful communication is not just a minor flaw, but a significant hurdle. Why reacting impulsively is sabotaging your relationships and professional growth? Because hurried words often lack precision, clarity, and empathy. They can be misunderstood, offend unintentionally, and close doors to opportunities before they even open. Think of it. A carefully crafted email holds more weight than a rushed text, right? This lesson is about gaining control over that impulsive urge to speak, especially when emotions run high. This ancient wisdom isn't just about avoiding missteps. It's about elevating your entire communication game, particularly in English. Imagine being able to articulate complex ideas with calm assurance, even under pressure. How this ancient wisdom can refine your English, making you sound more thoughtful and impactful. By practicing the pause, this isn't about being slow. It's about being deliberate. When you take a moment to formulate your thoughts, you're not just searching for the right words. You're also considering the tone, the context, and the impact. It's like a chess player strategizing their next move, rather than just grabbing a piece and hoping for the best. This discipline will naturally lead you to explore a wider range of vocabulary, build more sophisticated sentence structures, and develop a more confident, persuasive delivery. It's about building a reputation, not just as someone who speaks English, but as someone who communicates with wisdom and impact. Let's be honest, nobody loves being told they're wrong. It's human nature to bristle a bit, to get defensive, especially when we're trying our best. But what if that very resistance is the biggest roadblock on your journey to mastering English and, honestly, to growing as a person? Proverbs 12:1 reminds us, "Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but he who hates reproof is stupid." Strong words, I know. But the essence here isn't about being stupid. It's about being stuck. Why resisting feedback is keeping you stuck in your English learning journey and beyond. Because every mistake, every correction is a gold mine of information. It's an opportunity to pinpoint exactly where you need to improve, whether it's a tricky grammar rule, a pronunciation hurdle, or a cultural nuance. Without embracing correction, you're essentially walking around with blinders on, repeating the same errors and wondering why you're not progressing. It's like trying to navigate a maze without accepting directions, frustrating, inefficient, and ultimately self-defeating. This isn't about shaming, it's about empowerment. Think of a master craftsman. Do they get offended when their mentor points out a flaw in their technique? No, they absorb it, they learn from it, and they refine their skill. How this humble approach can dramatically accelerate your fluency and personal development. By shifting your perspective from "I made a mistake" to "I gained a lesson." When you ask for feedback, when you genuinely listen, and when you apply what you learn, your English proficiency will leap forward. You'll start noticing patterns, internalizing rules, and speaking with far greater accuracy and confidence. This mindset goes beyond language. It's about cultivating a teachable spirit in all areas of your life. So next time someone corrects your English, instead of feeling deflated, see it as a gift, a direct path to becoming the fluent, articulate communicator you aspire to be. It's about letting go of pride to grasp progress. We live in an age of instant gratification, don't we? Fast food, instant messages, and the expectation that everything should be easy, especially learning something new. But when it comes to truly mastering a skill, whether it's playing a musical instrument, building a business, or becoming fluent in English, shortcuts often lead to dead ends. Proverbs 13:4 tells us, "The soul of the diligent is richly supplied." This isn't just about money. It's about the deep satisfaction and abundance that comes from consistent effort. Why skipping the effort is costing you the English proficiency and life success you crave. Because genuine growth isn't a single aha moment. It's the sum of countless small, consistent actions. It's showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. It's the daily practice, the review of vocabulary, the painful but necessary grammar drills. If you're hoping for a magic pill to English fluency, you're missing the profound truth that real transformation demands dedication, a willingness to put in the work day in and day out. This isn't about being a drill sergeant to yourself. It's about cultivating a deep sense of purpose and commitment. Think of an athlete training for the Olympics. They don't just wake up one day and win a gold medal. They adhere to a rigorous schedule, pushing through discomfort, repeating drills until they're second nature. How this profound principle can revolutionize your study habits and open doors you never imagined. By embracing the idea that consistency trumps intensity every single time. 20 minutes of focused English practice daily is far more effective than one marathon session once a week. This discipline builds momentum, creates new neural pathways, and transforms your aspirations into tangible progress. It's about showing up for yourself, honoring your goals with action, and understanding that every small step forward, no matter how tiny, brings you closer to the fluency and confidence you desire. The grind isn't glamorous, but it's where true mastery is forged. It's a common misconception in our individualistic world that to be truly strong, you have to do everything yourself. We often resist asking for help, fearing it makes us look weak or less capable. But what if the opposite were true? What if seeking advice and collaborating with others was actually a superpower, especially when tackling a challenge like learning English or navigating life's complexities? Proverbs 15:22 states, "Without counsel plans fail, but with many advisors they succeed." This isn't just ancient wisdom. It's a timeless truth for modern success. Why going it alone is limiting your potential in English and in life's biggest decisions. Because no matter how smart or determined you are, your perspective is always limited. You have blind spots. You might be making the same mistakes over and over without even realizing it, or missing crucial opportunities for growth simply because you haven't tapped into the collective wisdom around you. Trying to master English in isolation is like trying to solve a complex puzzle with half the pieces missing. This principle isn't about surrendering your autonomy. It's about amplifying your capabilities. Think of a successful team in any field, sports, business, or even a band. They don't just rely on individual talent. They thrive on synergy, on diverse perspectives, and on the strength that comes from collective effort. How this timeless truth can not only enhance your English but also lead you to better outcomes and stronger networks. By actively seeking out study partners, engaging with native speakers, asking teachers for specific feedback, or even joining online English communities. When you open yourself up to counsel, you gain new insights, correct errors more quickly, discover more effective spoken English learning videos, and build a valuable support system. This collaborative approach not only accelerates your English fluency, but also teaches you invaluable life skills like active listening, clear communication, and the humility to learn from others. It's about recognizing that true strength often lies in shared wisdom, not isolated struggle. So we've walked through some powerful truths, haven't we? From the life and death power of your words to the quiet strength of diligence, these aren't just ancient proverbs. They're blueprints for a better life and, yes, for better English. Think about it. When you speak with intention, when you pause before reacting, when you humbly accept correction, when you consistently put in the work, and when you're wise enough to seek advice, you're not just learning English. You're building character. These aren't just lessons about language. They're Bible study lessons about living. They connect directly to your real life, helping you navigate challenges, build stronger relationships, and unlock opportunities you never thought possible. Which of these lessons moved you the most today? Where do you feel the most challenged to grow your spoken English and your character? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights could inspire someone else. And if this video sparked something in you, if it gave you a new way to think about learning English and transforming your life, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join our community. Let's continue this journey of deep Bible study and English for beginners together, discovering how ancient wisdom can truly transform us from the inside out. Your journey to fluent, impactful English starts right here, right now.